Leach, also with the HBRA, Vice President of Operations. And today we are joined by our good friend Garret Cook, the owner of Cyclone Home Systems. And many of our members know Cyclone very well and use Cyclone. And we want to hear a little bit about what Garrett's doing with Cyclone and in these new times, and how you've changed your business model a little bit and what you might be doing differently here.
Yeah, so as far as business goes, there's two areas that we work in. There's home builders, new construction, and there's homeowners that are adding things to existing homes. As you can imagine, the homeowners adding things to existing homes have kind of dried up to some degree because, rightfully so, these people don't want, unknown technicians walking around in their house. So, a little bit dried up in that area. The home building, new home construction area has been kind of steady with, some adjustments due to the new way everyone has to work.
Yeah, I think everybody's really changed their business, and obviously we've a lot of the members have only one subcontractor on a job site at a time, and fewer people. It takes a little longer, but I think they're people are going to be creative with what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, we've split our guys into multiple crews, so they arrive at our at the showroom, at the office at different times. So we split them up by about 30-45 minutes apart. That way they're not crossing and reaching for the same thing. Just goes smoother and there's less contact. And we also try to keep guys in the same group. So if two guys working together, we try to keep them for the week together. Yeah. And then, of course, we're following all the recommended, that we get from the HBRA and from the governor, all the recommended masks, gloves, basically everything we do to keep but not only us, but our customers safe.
Yep. No, that's very important.
What are you hearing from your customers? What are they requesting during this time?
So, it's interesting what happens at a time like this when people are spending a lot of time at home. In the different areas we work, people are doing a lot of cleaning. So, central vacuums have actually had an uptick in not only people wanting new vacuums, but wanting their vacuum they haven't paid much attention to. They want service to it and they want it to work properly. One thing that people that really understand how a central vac works understand that, this is the only system that can actually suck that fine particle up and get it out of your house. Whereas, normal vacuums blow the stuff around, which, right now isn't good. So we've had an uptick in of people that are looking to either upgrade or add vacuums. But of course, that's tempered with the fact that a lot of people don't get in the house right now. So it's a unique person. Some people call up and they're like, listen, just wear a mask and gloves and come on in. Other people is like, we'll do this in 2 months. But there's definitely been a lot of interest in that. As far as security goes, we have seen people calling because they're concerned, they're home more than they've ever been. And in times like this, people just don't feel secure. Parents that are working from home and might have kids, depending on the age, it's nice to be able to have a system you can arm and stay and not worry that someone's coming in or out of your house and everyone's protected. So we've seen a lot of that. As far as technology, it's been good and bad. We've seen people that wanted to add the technology in their home to make things work better while they're there. But we've also had people pick the least opportune time to change out their modem, for instance, not knowing that when they have Comcast change their modem, changes all the IP addresses for everything in their system, that, their camera systems and whatnot, nothing works. So we'll get an emergency call that, hey, nothing, your system isn't working. And the first thing I ask is, did you change your modem? And they're like, so we're seeing a lot of that.
What about the entertainment? Are you seeing any requests for that since we're all stuck at home?
Absolutely. So people are calling and saying things like, I haven't been listening to a lot of music, but I want to be able to listen. I haven't, in the other side of my house, way back when, my receiver, the Zone 2 didn't work, but I didn't care. Now they care. So, everyone's calling to upgrade their systems and getting things, tuned up and or added to, because, if you're stuck at home, being able to listen to music is it's nice. You're looking for any type of distraction these days.
Yeah, I got to think too that once we get through this and people are doing some home upgrades on their houses, that your home theater business is probably going to boom as well, because I think if they if we have a shelter in place situation again, and we're all streaming lots of different things right now, and I'll be in a comfortable place to do it.
Exactly. I can't tell you how many calls we've had from people that they start by saying, listen, I really can't have you come out now, but can we talk about it? And can we work through what's going to happen? Because, when this all lifts, I'd like to upgrade this, and this. So, we're kind of hopeful going forward as far as that goes.
Yep. So one of the things that's also interesting about your business, Garret, too, is that even before all of this happened and we're all staying at home now, there was a large group of people that are trying to age in place and stay in their homes longer, and healthcare side of things, aging in their homes and staying in their homes longer. You guys offer a lot of products and services that can help that, and also remotely connect to their loved ones as well and monitor them.
Correct. Our systems are all capable of doing various levels of automation and control. We're an alarm.com dealer, which you can get very, very elaborate if you're trying to keep an eye on say an elderly parent that is stuck at home and you can't go and check up on them. We have everything from cameras we use sparingly because not everyone loves that being watched in their house, but having a motion sensor in a closet, not closet, in a hallway, or we actually have pads that can go underneath chairs, or even underneath a mattress, so when someone gets out of bed, when someone left that chair that they'll sit in all day. Recently we put sensors in refrigerator so that you might know that that person has been eating, opening and closing the door. We've put in panic buttons throughout people's homes, so they always have something within reach. If they can get to that and tap it, and it'll send out a message or call for help. Pendants that they can hang around their neck if they were to fall. It have an ability to contact the authorities. So yeah, we haven't seen a lot of that even before this, and now there's been more interest as a result of it.
Yeah, I'm sure with people wanting to, being afraid of probably going to nursing homes for some of the services, that if they can stay in their homes, make the modifications, I'm sure they're going to want to try and do that longer.
Right.
Yeah, we know there's been an uptick on folks looking to move those that are healthy enough to come home, but made modifications to their home. They are looking to move them out of facilities, hospitals, or the healthcare facilities that they need to free up. They are looking to get them moved into their homes currently because they need those beds. So this is another opportunity for you to help provide technology to help those folks, because they need to be social distancing while still taking care of their loved ones. So we thank you for sharing the wonderful technology and letting us know what's taking place.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity. I mean, it's times like this that people realize how important it is to be able to stay in contact with people when you can't get face to face and keep the tabs on your loved ones. So it's an eye opener for a lot of people.
You've seen a difference. So you guys changed how you're doing selections with customers and the builders and even the public, where they're scheduling appointments or doing things differently in your operations?
Absolutely. Actually, Sheila just called me earlier. I had got a call from a customer who wanted to come into the showroom and was really disappointed I wouldn't let him come in. And I'm like, there's other ways we can do this. We have a lot of videos. We'll do video calls with people if they want to see something in action in our showroom. For the most part, we have enough technology available that we can get people comfortable with what we have to offer. It's all done remotely now. We will allow people to come in if our builders have someone who's trying to finish a home and they're putting in an elaborate shower. They want to see it. They want to see what they're spending their money on. So we do allow people to come in. We limit people to two per party, and it's just them and one salesperson. We have them spread out, keep their appropriate social distancing. But for the most part, we're able to do most things over the internet or through video.
That's excellent. Yeah, we're all changing how we operate and how we do things. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I think I want to thank you very much for joining us today and telling us a little bit about what you're doing and some of the services that you're offering to the builder members as well as the public out there. great to hear that you guys are, changing your operations and you guys are working in safe operations as well. And
Absolutely.
appreciate that. And hopefully the construction industry keeps going and we can keep your employees and other employees employed and getting paychecks and moving forward. So,
hey, the good news for some of us local vendors, anyway, for the other associate members, and they should keep an eye on, is that I have noticed that we're being welcomed into some of the larger projects that we ordinarily would be competing with out-of-state businesses on, because they can't travel. I mean, you can't bring people in from New Jersey and New York or out of state like you used to be able to. So, other associates should be out making phone calls to some of those larger accounts they couldn't get into before.
that's good.
Excellent advice.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Garrett, thank you very much. We appreciate your time and learn a little bit about what Cyclone Home Systems is doing during these difficult times. And wish you the best and your family the best. And we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. Take care.
Bye.